Tom Brady League is where you get a whole bunch of kids in public school. And you get the warriors, the big ones, the fast ones, the ones that like to hit each other. And you get them all into sports. You could do it basketball, you could do it hockey, or you could do it. Uh, I don't know about baseball. I don't think that's hitting each other, but there's some speed in it. There's wrestling and there's football. So you go off to football. Now, if we're talking about hitting each other, you could also be doing it like with a little bit of love. I think jiu-jitsu's got a little bit of love in it, you know? It's not just self-preservation, it's being with the flow of it. Anyway, and there's art. Anyway, it's art as well, right? When you play with each other and watch yourself, be aware of who you are. It's art and phys ed. Anyhow, back to the topic of football. if football isn't an art, look at the little drawings they do with the little circles and the X's and the O's. You know, it's art. Tom Brady League. Who are the owners? Who are the customers? Who are the clients? Isn't that a good question? Okay, so when the police took a man who was a father alienated from his child down at a money mart, collecting a check, being upset about his condition in life, they knelt on his neck until he expired. And our complaint was, or we didn't complain, we exclaimed that Black lives matter, not ostrich lives. We didn't care at all about ostriches at the time. Ostrich lives matter. And I'm not saying that Black people are giant, dumb African birds. In fact, I'm probably saying the opposite. I think it seems to me from the research that there may have been strongly melanined individuals on this side of the Pacific Atlantic for some time, probably longer than Canada has been here, definitely longer than U.S. has been here. Uh, the U.S., the inauguration, 1776 creation of the U.S. is the mud flood. It's the Tartarian, it's the Great Reset. What did they declare independence from? The British? Because they're not part of NATO, are they? British, England is not part of NATO or Europe. Is that right? Anyhow, the point is that if you're going to have a Tom Brady League, part of the Alphabet Mafia, it's the NFL or the NBA or the CIA or the NSA. If you're going to have a Tom Brady League, CPS, Child Protective Services, is how you get people to Epstein Island. That's just how it's done. You raise up all of these kids, well, and maybe the school system, but you raise up these kids to play football, right? So every year they get a little bit more aggressive, and some of them fall out, and they're not qualified, right? They don't have the right aptitude or intention, or they're not meeting the cut. So they keep dwindling down that league until you get it, 100 per team on 26 teams. 26 islands, that's not that many. 100 kids is really not that many. It's pretty easy to get there. When you're dealing with a population of 300 million silent, squelched, and overwhelmed and not very intelligent human beings. We just think it's part of normality. Oh, you just gotta pay for your kid. That's what being a responsible dad is. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm here. Paying a fucking pretty serious cost. I could be doing something else. I love my kid a lot, man. I didn't understand what love was. I am not letting her go. I'm not going to be like, well, I guess I'll just pay you. You must go to work to earn money to pay for me at the government. I'm not paying Isolde. I'm like, when I was giving Isolde stuff, she got some pretty cool fucking shit. There's a wool blanket I got her for Christmas. A wool blanket. I wear a wool blanket every single night. Every single night, all summer long. It's a wool blanket for bed. That blanket has been in storage or destroyed or given away. She does not sleep under the blanket that her father gave her. That's not about safety. That's not about what if I told her that the government was trying to erase her memories or failed them from being created. That's about erasure. They tell her that I'm a bad person. They tell her that I'm scary and dangerous. And you look, you go to his house. He's just got a small little dirty house. Look how nice and clean our house is. See how shitty he is? It's right there, right? I'm not the one that's supposed to be cleaning my house. I mean, I'm the father. I should know. No, we have a division of duties based on collective effectiveness. There are people who are really good at cleaning houses. They go around cleaning houses for money. They do. Their mothers, fuck. They go around cleaning other people's houses and their mothers who have their own kids to take care of, but they got to go clean other people's houses in order to get their needs met. Meanwhile, if they were with their fathers, they probably would have their needs met because I'm good at it. I really like meeting people's needs. Sometimes it's needs that you didn't even realize, like realizing that taxation is literally theft. It's just exactly how Epstein Island works. 7% mortgage rates. They used to be 20%. You know what's cool? The 20% mortgage rate, people were highly incentivized to pay them off. And they were at such low borrowing numbers, like the number was so low, it was relatively easy. Did you know that in order to qualify for a mortgage in Canada right now, you need, oh, what the hell was the number I was just gonna give you? Oh no, the same cost of borrowing, the same cost of living, $67 an hour. That's the minimum wage. To buy a house in the 80s versus buying a house now, you need to make 70 bucks an hour. That's how it's done. And that's barely cutting it. It's like if I was making $1.20 a minute, uh, you know. But what are you doing with your minutes? I'm at 6.5 minutes. So now you owe me 10 bucks. You owe me 10 bucks. Every single one of you is watching this video. You literally owe me 10 bucks because that's minimum wage. I'm billing you. You owe me 10 bucks for watching this fucking video. The Tom Brady League is about stealing kids from fathers, enslaving the fathers to paying the government. I'm not paying Isolde. I have what Isolde needs and more. Food, water, love, play, intelligence. I have the books. I have everything she needs, less the community. But she's not in the community right now, is she? I am. She'd be here with us playing, being an amazing human. She pops around to say hi to people. She's not. This is not it. Kids need their dads. It's not that dads need their kids. Clearly, these dads are all fucking. Every one of them who's missing their kid is not in great shape, and I think it's a cause and effect thing. To be honest with you, you know what I thought about? There's a river trail. It goes right by the river down to the estuary, and there's a wide path. It's for biking, but you could put a car on it. And underneath that trail, over top, is an electric line. It does not need to be there. Oh, it's just because we already had a clear path and it was just easy to drive along and drop these poles here, and then it got us the electricity we needed down there. No, no. It's bumper cars. Remember bumper cars? They don't put power lines where people are. They put people where power lines are. It's a joke. It's a joke. The cars that run along those power lines, they create a resonant electromagnetic. The grid is powered by these cars. When you drive your car, it is a giant electromagnet. It drives down the road, pushing along those lines. It pushes, or maybe the lines push you. Electricity is not fully understood. Let me absolutely tell you that. There's something called Li-Fi. So that's the internet, like all of what you get on Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or all of that going through light. And so it's in the LED lights, like at the street lights. When you go over these new cool street lights, they're reading and telling and talking. It's a ward. It's 15-minute city shit. Anyway, so I'm not saying you should definitely be cutting down your speed cameras. I'm just saying live in a place where you don't have speed cameras. That is a draft. It is not yet a comfortable place to sleep. It could be soon enough. I'm looking forward to it. John Brady League, did we talk about it? I got a nice little place. I fucking love this sun. Check him out. Arr, arr. I'm so grateful he's here. I gotta go check out my solar panels, make sure my batteries are doing okay. I trust the system. I trust life. Hey, did you know that the only thing you have to fear is fear itself? They shot a man for saying that. Or was it because he was trying to end the Fed? I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be here before someone shoots me in the neck. I'm playing nice. I'm being kind. I'm being caring. The next shot would be a mercy. It's pretty straightforward. You can't breathe, can't talk. That's a really professional shot. It's not some hunter, dude. Through all the security, you saw the security talking to themselves. Yeah, it's going down. All right. I got shit to do. I think it's gonna be talking on the internet. I really want to build stuff. I'm so fucking sad, dude. I'm so sad. It's so hard to do this alone by yourself. Like I look at these dishes, and instead of getting smiles and laughter, I get the feelings, the echoes of fucking. I think I'm gonna try to catch a ride down to town, get some food bank, or just get to work in the sun. You know what I do? It's like a self-sabotage. I like run into that building. Now the sun's out. I'll go in there to grab the thing that I need to do the thing. But then I'll be in there, I'll be like, oh, this is a mess. I gotta clean that up. So I'll be in there cleaning up while the sun's out. Just even gloves, because there's some heavy stuff I need to move around. I don't want to do it with my nice clean hands. That's torn ligaments. Like, got right in there. It's really ripped at me. It's been about a week. I'm 40 years old. If you're saying I'm 40 and you're 30, if you're saying you can't heal, grow, and remember how to be strong and fast, and you're lying to yourself. I just put my hand back together. And if you're not hanging out with people who show you how to put your hands back together, you're hanging out with the wrong people. So come on up to Bespin, BC. It's a beautiful little spot on the edge of the woods here. And I'm not going to be settling for less. Taxation's theft. Contribute how you want. So you're allowed to bike down a road and you're allowed to walk down a road, but as soon as there's a car involved, so what's a motor vehicle? Anyway, it needs to be licensed and insured in order to you pay for the roads with the insurance. Oh, is that true? Who the fuck taught you math? I'm gonna drive on these roads. The privilege to drive was established in the 20s, back the Titanic days. Privilege to drive, man. Hey, if somebody can chop up these videos, they're just like sitting around not doing anything and they like chopping up videos. Why don't you take this video and chop it up into little sections and make them like little quotable shorts and distribute them? It's like express consent. Take this long video, chop it up, remix it, and advertise the fuck out of it. Express consent. Express consent. It's not consent unless it's expressive. How's that? How's that for a line? I was just reading one of these books about how to get informed consent. Nods and going along to the pedophiles counts as consent. The language of the pedophiles is baked into BC Transition Houses policies, which is a program sponsored and funded by the Solicitor General of BC, the Solicitor General of Canada, Public Safety, Minister of Public Safety. So the liquor who's selling you the liquid poisons, and it's just tax and poison. I mean, some of them are really fucking nice, but they're not to make you stronger and faster. They're to make you more, allow you to be sociable. It drops your inhibitions. You've spent your whole life conditioned to be antisocial. I have to do this on my own. I have to do my own test. Listen, man, There's this guy Jason. Man, he was stupid. He was fat. I don't know. I don't know what I was supposed to do with him, but he didn't last in the system, and I know well, he reminds me of my other friend. I don't want to name. I miss Jason. He was a chubby little boy, and we made fun of him for it. It's fucking terrible. Why would we do that? That's so mean. Somebody stabbed him in the back. There was a kid, took a piece of glass, stabbed him in the back. I should have beat the fuck out of him right then. I don't know what I did. Was friends with. I talked to him later. I didn't man. Well, I was in a small little class. I only had 3 friends. There were 3 people my age. In order to be friends with anybody, I had to be friends with people younger than me. Because when I was too young, all I had was people to look up to. And when I got older, I only had was people that were smaller than me. It reminds me of this little Asian girl named Mary. She was in grade 1. I was in grade 4. She was tiny, tiny little thing. But man, was she ever quiet, respectful, diligent, responsive, just present, had the answers. Yeah, cool kid. Cool kid. Haven't seen her in forever. It's the less we forget, right? We're doing a little remembering. The point is, what's the goal with Jason? What happened to him? Got stabbed in the back, man. By this fucking deranged child. It wasn't me. I was really upset about it. I absolutely know I was upset about it. I was like, what the fuck? He was bleeding? Fuck. If I just let the system take care of it. Why wasn't that my responsibility? Well, because I was a kid. How could it have been? But revenge. I wasn't gonna. Maybe I should have alienated and isolated that other kid that did that. You're never talk to him. Don't listen to him. Don't. You know what I mean? What's the worst thing I could do to him? I don't know. It's not for me to punish. Kid's name was Shane Smith, by the way. Fuck that guy. He taught me how to smoke weed. He had an older brother. He was smoking weed. I was in grade 3. I was such a young kid. I didn't know shit. 1? Maybe I was in grade 1. I might have been in grade 1. This fucking degenerate kid with an older brother. He goes, you know what smoking weed is? I go, what the fuck is that? Because you're just on recess, you're just out in this field. You're just good luck. No tools, no instruction, no suggestions. Just you're out there in your chain link fence little square, have your little social cliques and do whatever you do. Good luck. Based on all the programming we've just been giving you. Anyway, my friend pantsed me once. My best friend. He actually, yeah, with little boys. Anyway, my friend John. I lost John. I'd like John back. Been looking for him. I'm sure he's on Facebook. John McLeod. Come on back. Miss that kid. He's a man now. He's going to be my age. Shit. He might be my man. He might be a man. I don't think age and, personhood. I think personhood is, earned. I think it's an evolution. I think you change into a person. And I'm quite certain that the school system doesn't do that. It does the opposite. Keeps you obedient and small. Now, men need to follow orders, right? Did I pledge allegiance to this flag? We'll have a flag here. Wild West, this is the BC motto is really cool. Splendor without limit. Secundance without, beside none. Glory to the limit. Something like that. It's really cool. Latin. Learn some Latin. I would have taught my kids some Latin by now. How come you haven't taught my daughter any Latin? Like, if this isn't a child abduction ring with Epstein Island at the center of it, of how we call this, because it's the alphabet mafia. Have I told you about how it's the XYZ ABT LGBHGQ? It's there. It's on their epaulets. Did I tell you about this? Listen to this. This video is definitely going on. This was a nasty little wound. They should have taken a picture of it. They put it on this vinyl seat that hadn't been cleaned in forever. The cop shop deserves a cleaning staff. There needs to be someone in there cleaning. It's unreasonable that it's so filthy. The health building in Nelson. Oh my God, is that ever a disgusting, disgusting place? You don't ever want to go in there. It's so fucking gross. You get so many sicks from being in there. It's so bad. Anyway, they put my hand right up against this shitty old gross vinyl. It has like you've infected my hand. I'm not going to spend 2 days in a slammer with a infected hand. You have to clean it. So I thought we were going to get the parade back up to the hospital. No, they brought the paramedic down. And they put this vial, they call it saline solution. So what that is salt water. So they salted my wound. Let that sink in for a second. Oh, you're going to put salt in my wounds? Yeah, they literally put salt in my wounds. And then they dabbed in the salt into the wound. And it's like isopropyl, cedar water. Ooh, cedar water would be nice. Boiled cedar water. If you want to dab anything in, the thing would have been like maybe honey or yarrow. Not yarrow yet, I think, because it was infected. I did want the bone knit of the skin knitting of the yarrow. It has some antiseptic properties, but the more antiseptic would have been honey. Cinnamon also has that burning sensation. It could cut out all that other shit. So you would put cinnamon honey after you put peroxide, because it's infected, so you want to kill off that bacteria. So peroxide would be the answer there, right? So you have peroxide on you, and you pour it through. It goes in but out, like it siphons out. And you also have like your heart is the center, and it comes out your arms. So you actually you could squeeze, right? And you can take all that crap, it's all that buildup and shit, and that's the spot. You shake, get your spine, okay? And I'm standing on the balls of my feet. I'm not standing on my heels. I try not to strike the ground in my heels. It's hard to do with some certain shoes on. But I was reading a book about a man who wears slippers. So you you walk on the balls of your feet. If you strike the ground with your heels, if you think about it, every single mammal, all mammals have 2 knees on the back. They all do. A forward knee and a back knee. That haunch, that hackle you see there, that's his heel, right? So you spring off of the balls in your toes. And that's how you're supposed to move. And if you're striking with your heel, well, we know what girls in high heels, when women wore high heels, they looked beautiful, they looked natural, they looked healthy, right? That was the point. But they struck their heels, and it gave them really bad backaches. And they knew that, but it took a whole generation of women getting damaged by that and saying enough's enough before that stopped, right? Anyway, walk on your balls of your feet as best you can. Loosen your shoes up if you need to do that. But if you strike the ground with your heels, it gives you brain damage. I'm not joking. Anyhow, I have no idea where I'm walking on this little video. It's 25 minutes, nice and long. I want to get that. Oh my God, this is fucking gorgeous. Check this out. This is my home. Okay, I gotta get busy. I got shit to do. Look at this. Fuck. If anybody wants to come do really cool shit with me, I'm going to try to be patient and kind and playful, and let's look for solutions. There's like we can see where there's limits and we can test past them and do no harm. Now, I understand that calling people out may feel harmful. Literally, legitimately, I was not the person who was calling people out first, right? I got isolated and alienated for at least 5 years, probably longer, depending on how you reflect on it. But they've been saying shit about me for half a decade. And then I say, hey, these are the people saying shit about me, and now I'm the criminal. No, I'm the alleged criminal. With squelch orders, I can't talk about certain people. All I'm saying is don't cause, like, you always just get back what you give. So if you're causing grief, if you're making fear, then how else are you gonna have anything else but fear? So stop it with the fucking fear. Stop it. It's not reasonable. Just drop it. Just drop the fucking. Why? Okay, if we went to a Remembrance Day ceremony and they said, let their courage and bravery be an example to us, and then we just went home quietly to pay our taxes while we knew that there was a child abduction ring going on, what the fuck was Remembrance Day about? And that's why I said it, and that's why I did it, and that's why I'm not sorry about it, and that's why it was important. You don't understand. Those brave warriors, my bloodline, the people who I am indebted to, that I have to serve to, they died in vain for nothing. They died for a lie. Did I tell you about the RCMP? They murdered millions of buffalo to put up fences so that we could eat canola oil instead of buffalo lard for corporate profit. Socialism doesn't work because it's when capitalism has to work with morality. Capitalism is inherently anti-moral. When Ford wanted to bring over Dodge Chrysler employees, like, I want the best employees, I'm going to pay them better. I have the money. I have such a budget. I can pay them whatever, how I want. I'm going to buy out all of the Daimler Chrysler Dodge employees that are good. All the good employees, I'm going to take them. That's what Ford wanted to do. So he was offering some, you want to be a millionaire? You want to be wealthy beyond anything? Come be a truck designer for me. And Dodge, which wasn't a 5-pointed star, it was a 6-pointed star, sued and won. And won, that's the important part. That's how we know the judges are in on it too, right? Sued Ford. They said, you have a responsibility to your shareholders. If you have extra money, you can't be spending it on employees. You have to spend it on making sure that the people who made your business run get paid. Because it's all investment capital, right? I'll let you go. I'll let you do this thing. I'll give you the money, and then I'll say how you get to use your money and when you get to use your money. And if you do this, you can't get that money. So you can have grants, but then, like, I don't know, maybe they get clawed back or something. We got to get some grants going. In order to get the proper grants, we need a not-for-profit status. So I need four people to inbox me. This is going to go to, listen to that guy. Oh my gosh. Fuck it. Isoldsfather at gmail.com. ISEULTS. ISEULTS. Isold. Father. Isold. Isold. It's Celtic. It's older than Roman. It's older than the Bible. That name, Isold. It's Gaelic. It's a story. It's like Anthony and Cleopatra, but probably older. I think they say it's newer. I don't think so. It's a beautiful story. I'm not going to ruin the ending. The point is, I got shit to do around here, and one of those is having a real serious conversation about the pedophile ring that's in Canada. It's the LGBTQRF mafia. So they assaulted my wound, and he was wearing an epaulette with. It's not just a rainbow. It's got these pinks and these browns and these like it's not a rainbow. It's like the YMCA logo, and it's on banners and it's throughout towns. If that's not exactly what Nazism does, it's like when you look at like, wait, what? How does a Nazi work? It's that. It's genocide. It's genocide. They are absolutely crushing so many people. They're taking the masculinity out of boys and they're taking the femininity out of women, and um, they're creating angst and anger and frustration. You say, what's queer? Queer means confusing. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that weird? Isn't that strange? Isn't that unidentifiable? Isn't that beyond comprehension? Isn't that queer? It's fine. If you want to be beyond comprehension, then I'm queer as fuck. This is a queer conversation where it's a query, isn't it? We're being queer about this. It's not about labels. It's about why they're being used and by whom and how. Self-identifying, if you're going to label yourself as something, label yourself as free thinking. Label yourself as kind. Label yourself as peaceful. Yeah, you part of the peaceful? Yeah. I'm trying to be peaceful. I'm doing a little bit of crying. I'm doing a little bit of avoiding the rain. I don't want to get wet anymore. I don't know my heat source. My dehydration unit is in the shop. Okay, I'm probably going to go hitch a ride into town and get some groceries. Today's the day to go hitch a ride into town. They're making me go in on Thursday. I have nothing to do on Thursday other than to go make a phone call. Probably upload a couple videos and come right back up this hill without getting a ride. It's a fuck. But I could just be here in the sun fixing my bike. Anyway, I want my truck back, I want my car back, I want my daughter back. And I'm not understanding what in the hell this is all about. It's a lot. It's definitely a fucking lot. What are we gonna do about it? It's a really, really nice spot you guys set me up in, and I'm grateful to be here. Oh, and like I said, had you guys just knocked over my house, I probably just would have left. But since you kept it, kind of enshrined it, I kind of have to like do something about it. That's the thing, it's kind of like conscription. They don't do conscription anymore. What they do is they have uh, bloodlines, like legacies, like the people who, all right, these are willing, dependable, useful. Like they do the job. They do the job well. They listen. Like you end up having really good bloodlines of military units. And then you get them married and you get them their own kids, and then you put them in their own towns, and they just grow up being part of this military version of Canada. And they're not part of the people that you see in downtown Cranbrook or Caslow or whatever. They don't just hang out in town. They're out being in the military. So when you said you got 36 million people, you don't see those ones. I pick and choose a few people from town, but they have their own towns. And there's a military, and it's big. And their helicopters. Their helicopters fly under telephone poles. You got a helicopter, you can get right under a telephone pole. Fast, like not like trying to make it. Like if you're trying to get out there to do something, you're flying under telephone poles. Stay under the radar. Fast. Big. Oh my God, the fuel consumption on that. Do you know why we're paying for fuel? So they can get fuel. We're giving the military, when we buy that taxes, it doesn't go to roads. It goes to the military. Fuel's super cheap, and we have tons of it. But we're giving it to the U.S. for less than it costs us to make it. Between the infrastructure, not even thinking about rehab, just building the space, paying the people, and having the equipment, and the leases on the equipment, which are so high that these equipment can't go down and will be being paid for until the end of its life, kind of a thing. that equipment and all those debts, all those costs, they don't amount. That's way more in Canada. Canada pays for the creation, like Canadian tax money. When we pay taxes, it goes to building that infrastructure. Clearly, and then we sell it to the U.S. Oh, and we don't own it. Like if it makes us money, we don't get that money. The corporations make that money, and then we give it to the U.S. at less than our cost, and then we do that with lumber too, and probably water. And the Duncan Dam up here only has one job, and that's throttling the system that goes into the U.S. So there's a power grid in the U.S. that picks up our water, and they built this dam up here so that they got their water to run through their power plants when they wanted it. You hang on to it up there, flood out that valley. That was a nice valley. It's still a beautiful valley. That was a whole livable community. There were people out there with all of their things, being amazing human communities along that, and they just got flooded out so that the U.S. can make more power. Tell me I'm wrong. Show me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Anyhow, point is, the alphabet mafia is out to get us. Literally, the name of Google is Alphabet. You're not going to Bing the answers. You're not going to Alta Vista it. Yahoo is no longer Yahooing about their market share. OpenAI is ran by a consortium of Microsoft, Meta, Apple. I don't know if Apple's in it, actually, which is interesting. Google, Microsoft, Zuckerberg. It used to be antitrust, where if you saw the people like buying up horizontal or vertical stacks of their industry, you would say you can't do that. They have the opposite of antitrust. It's absolutely untrustworthy. The government of Canada, it's Israel. We did Israel in the 80s, 1800s, and then we did it again in the 1900s. Canada's Israel. Otherwise, we wouldn't have our natives on reserves. The fucking buffalo genocide is not going on. It's definitely still going on. They're still culling buffaloes in Montana right to this day. Like, they're out there doing it right now. From a helicopter, shooting them down, dropping them, leaving them there, picking them up, putting them in trash cans, putting them in landfills. Some of the meat, some of the time, goes to the natives. Here's your meat that we shot for you. It's a real fucking... 97% of the tigers are in captivity. There's no place for them to live. They were hunted out of extinction. Finally, an animal that was worthy. Stalking and incredibly violent. And they'd go to India to hunt these things. Because it was the last of the aurochs. I'm a wood ox. I'm a aurochs. You're gonna try to tame me, man. We're rewilding, guys. We gotta figure this out. 38 minutes is a long fucking video. That's $50. You owe me $50 to watch this video. I need $50. It's not I need. It's you know that that's worth it, right? Because you're gonna pay it. You're gonna pay it forward. It's a $50 video. You can send it to isoldsfather@gmail.com. It'll go to saving her life, saving our lives. I might buy me a little bit of booze. Send me some money and be part of something better. Because you don't need the money, because it's going to taxes. Tithes, 10% goes to a charity. And I don't have charitable status. Wait. What are you going to call me? What are you going to call me today? Am I unhinged? What are you going to call me? I don't think you guys have 48 minutes. There's no commercial breaks. There hasn't been a single cut. This is totally not going to track. No one's going to watch this. I need somebody to cut this thing up, turn it into a bunch of videos. I'm putting this online. Love you guys.